decoding. So how do we learn to read? Decoding versus reading. Reading is putting symbols to sounds that are in your head, and that when you put them together, they make sounds that mean something. That's what the science of reading is in the brain. And so when you sound out C-A-T and you go cat, 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 like I know what that means. So when you sound out a Hebrew word, decoding, and there's no light bulb moment, it's totally missing the point of what goes on in the brain when we read, which is why it's so hard and why it takes 5 years to learn to decode, which we all know you do in about 3 days in a college level Hebrew course. So you don't need years and years and years to learn how to decode if you're also learning how to read. So here's what's needed to learn how to read Hebrew. You need a strong oral foundation of the language. You need to hear it for a long time. You also need knowledge of many Hebrew words so that when you sound something out, you have those light bulb moments. It may not be every single word, but at least it's a lot of words. You also need motivation, a clear goal. Part of our challenge is teaching third graders to read Hebrew when for them the goal is bar bat mitzvah. They're not, some of them are motivated intrinsically, but we know that many of them are not. And you also really need consistency, and we all know attendance is very inconsistent in our program, and that makes it hard, because today we're teaching Bet and a third of the kids are not here, and next week we're teaching Gimel and a different third of the kids are here. So by the third week, some kids don't know Bet, and some don't know Gimel, and some missed both those weeks, so they don't know either one. Like, it's totally inconsistent. So consistency is really key. So how do we teach decoding? We teach it through a Hebrew boot camp. It's an hour a week for 12 weeks. Before their bar and bat mitzvah tutoring officially begins, where they learn their Torah portion and everything. So in our community, that's about a year before their bar and bat mitzvah date. So we work backwards from their date is when they're ready to start the boot camp. It is separate from our JQuest classes because it's one-on-one. We feel that one-on-one learning is the best. Kids learn it in different ways and at different paces, and we really need, we really need to have that one-on-one experience. So we tried it during JQuest, and that was a big failure, so we took it out of JQuest completely. JQuest is our religious school, sorry. So we took it out of our religious school. They work one-on-one with a volunteer mentor or a parent or grandparent at home. We use a program, Let's Learn Hebrew Side by Side, that Nachama mentioned before. It's a program that the JECC developed. It's a combination of online learning and hands-on learning, but it's designed to be one-on-one with a student and a mentor. Most of our students work with an adult mentor from our community. We have a cadre of volunteers who are, congregants who want to do this. And I've reached out and recruited volunteers, and we have some amazing people who do this. They're volunteering for an hour a week for 12 weeks. So it's a commitment, but it's not like a forever commitment. Some of them love it and now have been doing it for years. But we also give the option that they can do it at home with a parent or a grandparent if they don't want to arrange it with one of our mentors. In that case, they come in and I train them on the program. How to do it. I coordinated it in the first year that we did this, but eventually I learned it's a lot of logistics, so we hired a coordinator. So we have a coordinator. It's about an hour or two a week. It's not a huge amount of work, but it's enough that it needed to go off my plate. So they oversee the logistics of, looking at our calendar, who's ready to start boot camp, matching them with mentors, all of that kind of logistical stuff.